In just over a week's time from now, on Saturday the 13th of September, you can experience a tour of three of some of the most historic buildings here in the centre of Woodley. And yes, we are technically actually in the centre of Woodley town here on Church Road. Yes, on Saturday the 13th of September will be a Heritage Day, and you can experience a tour of the St John the Evangelist Church, the very church you're looking at right here, which was established in 1873. And then right next door to the church, of course, you can look around the Woodley Church of England School, established in 1855, celebrating 170 years of the Church of England School. And you can look around the building. Of course, it was the Woodley Church of England School until 1988, until the school moved onto Hurricane Way to the east of Woodley. And of course, it's now home to the, it's called the St John's Centre, home to the socialising of the church, St John's Ambulance, and many great social other activities too, that places people that rent out the building. And of course, next to there is the cottage that for many years was the head teacher's cottage, and many head teachers from the school lived there, and now is home to the workings and the plannings of St John the Evangelist Church. So that's Saturday the 13th of September, the Open Heritage Day, all day, and you can go and enjoy and look around the cottage as well. It's really interesting looking around the cottage and looking at the sink and the old kitchen that was there as well. And you can go up to the tower and ring the bell, and let people know all around Woodley. Of course, people were ringing the bell, and look around the church centre and the L-shaped room, and then of course look around right here in the church and all the historic monuments of the church. Well, welcome along to this week's The Voice of Woodley. It is Friday the 5th of September, year 2025, and it's here on this lovely sunny Friday afternoon here in the town of Woodley. Well, I'd like to do a special few hellos, but of course, if you'd like to contact me, then please do on 077 3857 3812. And of course, I'd like to say hello to Poppy and hello to Priya. Now, today on the video, you will have to bear with me because I'm using some different braille and some of the things haven't quite come out. But the New Highs are a mod band, and they are performing at the Good Companions, I believe, this evening. And then also the Good Companions on Saturday the 13th of September, Wardour Street will be making their return to the Good Companions. Then on Saturday the 20th of September, Night Watch will be performing. There will be a sports quiz on Wednesday the 24th of September at the Good Companions. On Friday the 26th of September, that's Brit Sound, who performed in the last couple of years at the Carnival, will be making their return to the Good Companions, playing lots of Blur, Pulp and Oasis amongst lots of others. On Friday the 3rd of October will be a country and western theme at the Good Companions. And then on Saturday the 4th of September, Heathrow Jets shall be performing with a fancy dress costume competition too. Also at the Good Companions on Friday the 10th of October, Forever 80s shall be making their return to the Good Companions too. And then on Saturday the 25th of October at the Good Companions, the Side Project are performing too. Also at the Good Companions there will be the quiz on the 29th of October. Then That Brit Sound are performing on Friday the 21st of October too. Also heading into November on, now this is where it gets a little bit confusing, Monkey Zone are performing at the Good Companions during November, and also on Friday the 7th of September as well. Be another band. I'm not quite sure of their name, to be absolutely completely honest with you. The Broadmoor Sirens shall be performing as well, and that will be taking place on Saturday the 15th of November at the Good Companions. Also at the Good Companions on Saturday the 22nd of November, Wardour Street shall be making their return to the Good Companions. On Friday the 28th of November at the Good Companions, Code Red shall be playing, and they'll have their monthly sports quiz also at the Good Companions on Wednesday the 26th of November. Also at the Good Companions, Vision are another local band performing live, and that is taking place on Saturday the 29th of November at the Good Companions. And of course there are many other pubs around Woodley. If you'd like to go to the northwest of Woodley, you can go to the Shepherd's House Inn. If you're in the Woodley precinct, you can go to the Checkers, and they have lots of live music and DJs performing there too as well. Bingo on a Thursday night. And then you can go, of course, to the Waterside, which used to be known as the Thatchers. But right opposite here in Woodley, one of the most historic pubs, the Bull and Checkers. And I know that in a few weeks they have got the great band Lack of Faith performing also at the Bull and Checkers. Now for some of the council meetings. There will be a plans meeting on the 23rd of September and the 21st of October. Leisure services will be taking place on the 9th of September and the 11th of November. There will be strategies and resources meetings taking place on the 16th of September and the 25th of November. And then it will be all brought together for full council on the 30th of September and the 2nd of December too, at the Oakwood Centre. And of course, talking of some of the other churches around Woodley, St John Bosco are raising money for a new roof. They've got to raise around £250,000, and they will be holding a sponsored walk on Sunday the 14th of September. And so, of course, there'll be more things as well to raise money there as well. And of course, lots of Halloween events, of course, but there'll be jazz performing live from MG Music at the Oakwood Centre on Saturday the 11th of October from 7:30 p.m. And then, of course, there will be a Halloween celebration in the Woodley precinct from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. In the Woodley precinct, and there'll be a replica graveyard and lots of great fun and entertainment throughout the Woodley precinct as well. Well, of course, don't forget, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, well, before I do that, actually, I would like to also give a special mention to Kevin Murray, who is our very great town clerk of Woodley, but he is in a great band. He sings and plays guitar, and he's a phenomenal guitarist. He's really good at playing guitar solos, and he performed recently at the Face Bar with his band called the 2 Ton Shoes. Check them out, they're on lots and lots of different platforms, and they're recording a new album at the moment, and they're a really, really great band. They're a good blues rock band as well. So check out the 2 Ton Shoes from our very own town clerk Kevin Murray. Well, of course, as I said at the beginning of the video, on Saturday the 13th of September will be the Heritage Open Day here in the centre of Woodley Town for St John's Church, St John the Evangelist Church. The St John Centre next door, celebrating 170 years of the Church of England School, and of course celebrating 152 years of St John the Evangelist Church. And then the cottage next door to that too. This cottage next door to the St John Centre where the head teachers used to live. Well, that's about it for the Voice of Woodley for this week. Of course, if you'd like to contact me, then please do on 077 3857 3812. And of course, I'd like to say a very special hello to Poppy and Priya, and hopefully I will see you soon. Well, that's about it for the Voice of Woodley from me, Jack Wright, on YouTube for this week. Goodbye for now.